Welcome back.
Welcome back. We are.
Welcome back to Poop Talk.
Welcome back to
2019.
our epic Fortnite Let's Play. This is a Fortnite vehicle. Look at it. It's like the go-kart things. Do they still have that? When was the last time you played Fortnite? It's been a while for me.
It's been a while for me.
I don't playing Fortnite.
I've been playing Apex Legends. That's really good.
Playing Fortnite on the school Wi-Fi is garbage. I don't know if you've ever done it.
What are you playing it on?
Switch.
I mean, I used to play, like, that was what I would play it on. Like, I remember I played it on PS4, like, the first time it came out, like, right before it became cringy. Played it before it was cool.
Graham's a Fortnite hipster.
Yep.
No, my Switch drops from the school Wi-Fi, like every so often. It's like rhythmic. Like you play one game of Fortnite, unless you die like pretty instantly in the next game of Fortnite you play immediately after, it will lose the connection. Like that. It's like that's why I don't play Dark Souls in online mode either, because when it drops that connection, it like resets me back to the bonfire I last was at. Ooh. And it's like, nope.
I came from this way. I've already been through this. What?
Graham, you suck.
I do.
Are you gonna find out? Yep.
Yep.
So, let's theorize about a movie that'll be out by the time this video comes out. What do you think's gonna happen in Endgame?
I mean, I think they already like confirmed it's just gonna be 5 minutes of Ant-Man crawling into Thanos' ass and then expanding.
No, it's 3 hours of that actually.
Yeah. It's just like what's that movie like where they shrink a sub down to like
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids?
No, to like go inside someone's body.
That Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. That's what happens in that movie, right?
No, they have to escape the backyard.
No, that's Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. It's about getting Ford, right? Isn't that what Honey, I Shrunk the Kids is?
Don't talk.
No, I know what you're there's an episode of Phineas and Ferb where they do that.
Yeah, there's an episode of SpongeBob where they do that.
And there's an episode of The Magic School Bus where they do that.
Yeah.
Is there a movie where they do that?
No, yeah, there's a movie. That's like what they're all based off of.
I mean, you'd think I would know that, but I feel like I haven't heard. Like, I don't know, it feels like such a common like trope to do in a TV show.
Yeah.
That I just think of it like as that. Did you see the interview where they actually asked Paul Rudd about that though? About going up inside? There's an interview where they hand him like a phone. This was a while ago. Like this was an interview for Ant-Man and the Wasp. They hand him a phone and he reads it out and it's like Ant-Man is going to go inside Thanos' butt and grow real big to kill him. And he said that it's a question for Josh Brolin and not for him. That's what he said. He said, I don't know. I mean, it's a Thanos question. Like, you got to ask Thanos.
I mean, all joking aside, that wouldn't actually work because I imagine he's as tough on the inside as he is on the outside.
Well,
and plus, he has
what?
all the stones. So no, I actually, someone on Reddit pointed out Thanos has a reality stone, so he can theoretically shrink himself and do that to Ant-Man.
I've heard this. So I've heard this. Because I've heard this as a justification for because you know the way the way they do these fucking Disney movies now. Like the moment someone comes up with a real shaky criticism, like the CinemaSin style, like haha gotcha, they come up with like no, this actually wouldn't work. I've heard the theory that in Endgame they're gonna justify why Thanos doesn't just create more resources. They're actually going to use that. They're going to justify that.
They don't have to because
they don't.
He's insane. Like that's the takeaway of the movie.
Right.
He. Don't get me wrong. He is technically the protagonist of the movie because he's the one going
of Infinity War, not
Infinity War, not Endgame.
Maybe he is of Endgame. We don't know.
I don't know. But yeah, you can be the protagonist of something while also being a not great person. Like just look at Macbeth or South Park.
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones.
The Sopranos. So the theory, the thing that they're going to say is going to be the justification that people think is that the reality stone and only works when Thanos is concentrating and using it.
Yeah.
And that if he used it to create more resources, the moment he stopped concentrating, the resources would go away again.
Yeah.
Kinda makes sense.
But also, wouldn't that mean that all the people who got snapped as soon as he got concentration would come back?
Well, so then that's the ultimate weird question about this.
No, because isn't it? I think didn't they all just go inside the Soul Stone? Isn't that what the thing is?
People. This movie's gonna be out, so we're either gonna be proved wrong or right. But so the theory of going inside the Soul Stone is based on the comic where Adam Warlock has like a connection to the Soul Stone, and he actually does he puts Thanos inside the Soul Stone and rehabilitates him or something. It's been a while since I've read it, so I don't remember it exactly. But there is a theory that they are all inside the Soul Stone. Obviously, people will say that. There's another theory that he will actually use the Soul Stone to be able to look at all the people and kind of talk to the people that he killed in the snap, and that'll be a way of them being in the movie for a little more or something.
Maybe.
But so there's another theory that goes sort of with Schrodinger's theories about quantum relativity and stuff.
Yeah.
And the idea in this theory is that so everyone died in the snap. Yeah. That must mean there is an alternate universe where the people who died in the snap actually survived, and the people who survived are the ones that died, and they could merge those two universes back together into one.
One thing, I don't know if this is a controversial opinion or not. I wish they had actually killed more people in the snap. I really like the idea of what if, let's just say, what if the only Avengers to survive the snap are Rocket, Ant-Man, and Hawkeye.
No one wants to see that movie. That's the thing. I mean, you and I do.
Yeah,
you and I want to see it.
Yeah, because I would I would want to see an underdog story, the most unlikely people to take down Thanos are going to take down Thanos. Because I feel like they have too many powerhouses now.
Well, they have
Thor and Captain Marvel, which also didn't Thor technically almost one-shot Thanos at the end of the Infinity War?
Thor basically did. If he had aimed for the head, basically he would have one-shotted Thanos. So you're right. He probably would be uber powerful, but they're not.
We don't have to watch this.
They're not trying to kill Thanos in this new movie. They want to stop him.
Well,
they want to undo it, right?
Well, wouldn't that just mean getting the Infinity Stones back, which probably means having to kill him? So.
Well, I've heard this theory again that the Infinity Gauntlet. You see it kind of broken.
It's broken, so they're gonna have to reforge it.
They won't. Well, they won't be able to use it to undo the snap. They would have to use something else, or they would have to reforge it. Because, if Thanos wanted to do another snap, it wouldn't work. And see, this is the weird thing about the way they portray the Infinity Stone in the movie that kind of bugs me a little bit. Not too much, because I don't give that much of a shit. Yeah. But the way it works in the comic. Is it's just he uses it to basically become God, and he doesn't he just needs to wear it. They make a whole point of he decides to transcend his body using the gauntlet, but then that means they could just take it off his hand.
Yeah.
In the movie, it's very explicit that he has to close his fist to use it, and the different stones have the different powers. So it begs the question, did he actually need a full gauntlet to do the snap? What does he need certain things for?
So Power Stone, I think that's
Power Stone would be amplifying the effects of all the others.
The effects. You need the Space Stone in order to reach out across just all distance. Reality Stone and obviously alter reality. Time Stone is the only one.
I feel like the Time Stone you don't need.
Yeah,
and the Mind Stone you might not need either. I don't know.
You mean the Soul Stone?
No, I mean the Mind Stone. Which, if you're just killing people, wouldn't the Soul Stone be enough? Or especially if you're putting them in the Soul Stone, like, then you gotta beg the question: what is the difference between mind and
that's right.
soul?
There is a difference between the mind and the Soul Stone. I completely forgot.
Like, what is the difference between mind and soul? We never see the last one we see him get is the Mind Stone.
Yeah.
So we never find out what it would do. Presumably, it would work similar to how the scepter works.
Yeah. Which also, can I just rant about something for a sec?
The Mind Stone has weird powers.
Well, that and the fact that, hold up. So Thanos. All right. So let's go back to Thanos' plan in the Avengers. Thanos takes Loki, a noted deceiver, is like, hey, I'm gonna give you an Infinity Stone, so you can get an Infinity Stone, and then Loki was able to just sort of appear, like he's able to remotely use the Tesseract. So how does the Tesseract work? Because Loki was able to access it while he wasn't there. So technically, couldn't Thanos have just been like, hey, yeah, I'm showing up at the Space Stone?
No, you don't get it. So remember in the beginning of the movie, Hawkeye says, it's a door opens both ways. My understanding is that when they're doing the experiments on the Space Stone, that's what makes it so they can access it.
Okay, so that doesn't change the fact that Loki accesses the Space Stone immediately, and Thanos just like, all right, yeah, go ahead, use 2 stones to conquer this pretty meaningless planet.
It's not a pretty meaningless planet. It is the location of the Time Stone.
That's true.
And it is the location of the Time Stone, and it was the location of the Space Stone. There were 2 stones on the planet, and the rest of them were in different spots. But we know it was in use on the planet because of Captain Marvel. Presumably Thanos knows about that. The other question that they never really answer is, how does he know where all of these are? Like, yeah. How did he know that the Time Stone was on Earth? Like, what I mean, there's this sort of
he just popped up, he had to open his iPhone, put in "Find My Stone."
There's this sort of theory that's interesting that, like, the Mind Stone is kind of controlling people because the Infinity Stones want to be together, like how the ring wants to be found.
But I don't like that because...
You don't like that?
Alright. I'm going to say this right now. Loki is a villain. Sometimes he acts aside from his own self-interest, but he's a villain. He tried to commit genocide in the first movie he was introduced. He wanted to take over Earth for some reason. He made people kneel before him. And then all of a sudden the movies are just kind of like, oh no, he's just like a misunderstood, no, you don't come back from trying to commit genocide.
Mm.
Like there are very few things in life that once you cross that line, like you can't, like you've passed the moral event horizon.
Mm-hmm.
And that is one of them. Like, and just because Tom Hiddleston's a pretty man, and I admit he is a very pretty man, does not excuse his Loki's actions. Not Tom Hiddleston's actions. Tom Hiddleston didn't try to actually commit genocide, as far as I know.
He did, actually. You don't know about it, because he was successful. That's why you don't know about it. No, I agree. From a storytelling standpoint, though, I mean, like, they want, like, the redemption for Loki but that only really happens in Ragnarok. That's really, like, I mean, I guess you could say it happens in Infinity War too, but I don't know. I mean, it is an interesting question.
Yeah, because, I mean, really his redemption in Ragnarok is Thor being like, "You're so predictable." Like, really?
Yeah.
Like that's like his redemption arc.
Well, his sort of redemption is like Thor admitting that he like loved him like a brother, and that he like thought that they were gonna be like fighting together, and him just sort of like casually admitting that like Loki's a bad guy and he's okay with it, like he's moved on. But yeah, you're right. They never really do anything.
Yeah, and then like I hope Loki's finally dead, because it's kind of what he deserves. Because
no, there's gonna be a show about him. It might be a prequel. It might be a prequel, as far as we know. He'll either be back or not by this point too. Yeah. Well, then that's the other question.
There's a theory that Hulk is actually Loki. That I could sort of see why people would think that, but I don't, just because
Hulk is Loki.
Yeah.
What's the theory?
Yeah, like Bruce Banner, like the reason why he can't turn back into Hulk is because he's secretly Loki, which doesn't work, because there's times when he's alone that he almost is the Hulk. Like, that just wouldn't make sense.
What? Who came up with this theory? This is the stupidest theory. I'm gonna say it right now, because we see the Hulk get taken by the Bifrost, and then he turns back into Banner when he gets back to Earth.
Yeah.
This doesn't make any sense. Also, more importantly, if Loki can shapeshift, why wouldn't he be able to be the Hulk? What?
Exactly.
Like what?
Like
that makes little sense.
Maybe he can only transform, like he can't transform like if like what he can't, like, remember in well, this is a dumb question that assumes you remember Thor: The Dark World. He transforms into Captain America for a little bit. Like, maybe he can only look like it. He doesn't get the abilities of it.
Well, obviously he doesn't get the abilities of it, because in Ragnarok he's afraid he can't catch Mjolnir. So obviously he wouldn't. But still, he could transform into the Hulk and then just not do anything.
Yeah, like why would he?
I don't know. Then where is Hulk / Banner in all of this?
Yeah, that's another great question.
Did you see there's like a fake leak where they talk about how Banner realizes that the Hulk was actually his like child abuse this whole time, like his childhood trauma and him wanting to repress his anger, and it's like this just thrown in there at the end of this like fake plot leak of the Infinity War, where it's like Captain America dies and this enrages the Hulk, but he's actually not the Hulk. He has Banner's mind and voice, and it's like weird fanficky stuff.
Yeah.
There is the theory that in this movie he is going to, like, Banner is going to gain control of the Hulk, which I don't like.
Well, I thought that was going to happen in Ragnarok, because that image of the trailer of Hulk, like...
That's the Hulk. That is him.
Yeah.
There he is.
Oh my god, I killed him. Yeah, like... Again, I just don't like... I don't like Loki being Hulk, and if they do, it would be really, really stupid. I'm okay with Banner getting control of the Hulk.
I'm not. I don't. We're running out of time, so I don't really have time to explain. I'll explain if you want to find out why I don't like the idea of Banner controlling the Hulk. Tune in to the next episode.